Hello guys, welcome to Hortimates. So, if you are someone preparing for your ICAR PG Entrance Examination 2026, then this video is for you guys. I know you all have been waiting for this video for you know for almost 2 to 3 weeks. I was stuck up in something else so that I couldn't upload the video on time, but there'll be videos continuously from today onwards. Uh, in our previous videos, we have started a discussion uh, of the previous year question paper, that is the 2025 question paper of JRF Horticulture. And in this video, we'll be continuing. Last time we discussed only few questions, and this time we'll try to discuss more number of questions. Okay, so let's start with the first question, that is question number 11. Today's first question. First of all, we have to read the question properly. Here, the question is to choose the correct answer from the options. First of all, let's read the question. The breeding features and characters as below. Statement A: the male sterile lines can be maintained by crossing with any male fertile genotype. This is actually a tough question. Uh, and this question is taken from the handbook of vegetables. Okay, the next question is the best next statement is the male sterile lines have the genetic constitution SMS or SMS MS. The statement C is carrot is an outbreeding species due to being self incompatibility, and the statement D is single cross hybrids are on an average less uniform than three-way cross. So these are the statements, and as I have already told you, this statement as taken is taken from the handbook of vegetables, written by Professor Dr. K.V. Peter sir and Professor Dr. Pranab Hasra sir. Okay, first of all, let's analyze the first statement. The male sterile lines is maintained by crossing with any male fertile genotype, and the statement in the handbook is the male sterile line is maintained by crossing it with male fertile sister line, and hence that statement is true. Now let's see the second statement. The statement given is the male sterile lines have genetic constitution SMS, MS or SMS. Okay, and the statement in handbook is genetic constitution of petaloid male sterile plant is SMS MS, and that of brown anther male sterile plant is SMS MS. Okay, this is directly taken from that book. The next question, next statement is carrot is an outbreeding species. Okay, that is true. Due to being self-incompatibility. Now let's see the statement from handbook. Carrot is an outbreeding species due to being protoandrous. Carrot is an outbreeding species due to its protoandrous character and not because of self-incompatibility. It has no self-incompatibility system, but inbreeding depression is very severe. Okay, that is also statement from handbook. Now let's see, the single cross hybrids are on an average less uniform than three-way cross, and the statement from handbook is that single cross hybrids A cross B are on an average more uniform than three-way cross. It's not less uniform, it is more uniform than three-way cross, and hence the statement A and B are true. Okay, these are the correct statement, and option number 2 is right answer. This is a bit tough question in the question paper. Okay, we'll not be able to cover all the books, and similar is the case of handbook. Let's see the next question. Question number 12. Banana with 10 chromosome genome are the characteristics of which of the following? Okay, so we have different genus and sections. Yes, we all know. In Musa, we have Calimusa, Rhodoclamias, Australimusa, Umusa, etc. So we all have seen a box in our UG days itself. when we study the crop banana, as we all know, banana crop is very important crop. Banana, mango, citrus, all these three are very important crops. So uh, if you know any one of them, you cannot give the answer. In my case, I was sure that Australian musa has 10 chromosomes, but I was not sure if it is Calimusa or Rhodoclamius. So we, in that box which we have seen now UG times, it has the chromosome number, the uses, whether these are used for ornamental purpose, fruit purpose, fiber purpose, or anything, its distribution, etc. In this case, this question was very straight question, and the answer is Calimusa and Australian Musa. Let's see the next question. Question number 13. Given below are two statements, and here they are asking to select the most appropriate answer. Statement 1 is pineapple plant flowers 10 to 12 months after planting. That's a very true statement. The next is the fruits of variety Mauritius mature 11 to 12 months after planting. As we know, Mauritius are taking lesser time compared to others. And pineapple plants flower 10 to 12 months after planting, and the ripening will take almost 18 months and all. Like after 10 to 12 months, it takes almost 5 to 6 more months, okay, for ripening. So this is a very direct statement question which we all know, and both statement 1 and statement 2 are true in this case. Okay, this is a direct question that has came for a JRF question paper, last year's question paper. Now let's see the question number 14. It is a question from general agriculture. Again, a question from statistics. The simplest measure of dispersion is dash. We have no confusions. It is a range. It is a question from general agriculture portion. In this question paper, we have got, I think, more than 3 or more questions from the statistical portion. Although we have got such questions, all of them were more or less direct questions and easy ones. Now let's see. Question number 15. Recently, the government of India set up a national turmeric board. Where is its headquarters located? Okay, so the headquarters is located at Nizamabad, Telangana. Okay, why this national turmeric board was asked in this question paper? This is, you know, uh, a current affair also, because the National Turmeric Board was established by the Indian government to promote turmeric processing, production, research, and export. Although the initial notification was issued in October 2023, the board was formally inaugurated by the Minister of Commerce and Industry, Sri Piyush Goyal, in New Delhi in January 2025. Okay, we have many boards set up by the Indian government. We have to know the headquarters of each of them. For example, for the headquarters of National Tea Board is at Kolkata, West Bengal. Coming to the Coffee Board, it is located at Bengaluru, India. And coming to the National Rubber Board, its headquarters is at Kottayam, Kerala. So such boards you have to understand and go through the headquarters of such boards. Not only the institutes are important, but horticulture related boards are also important in this aspect. The next question: which among the following is considered as the progenitor of loofah goths? Yes, the progenitor is Lofa graveolens. This is a question. That's a direct question. It is directly came from Essence of Horticulture. In essence, there will be box of species in each crop, and in each most of the crops they will be mentioning which is the progenitor, which is the ancestor, etc. So this is a very important question. Not only in this crop species, whichever be the crop, you will have to remember what or which species is the progenitor of that particular crop. Okay, so that's all about that question. Next question, question number 17. The average per day water requirement of rice is about? Again, a question from general agriculture question. It's an agronomy related question, and the average per day water requirement is about 10 millimeter. This I think this is in Nimrod Sunda book. I'm not sure, but this is a general agriculture question, came from the agronomy portion. Okay, so that's it. Mm, I was not a person who is covering general agriculture a lot, and I was not able to answer this question. Then question number 18, the sequence parentage of guava varieties. So four of them are given. I think one or two are directly from a handbook. In essence, we have all the crosses. We have to study all the crosses in case of, especially in case of guava, papaya, etc., because they are all repeatedly asked questions. Mango, these are all repeatedly asked questions. I think Arca Amulia was given in the handbook. Allahabad Safeda cross triploid is Arca Amulia. If you know that one for sure, then you can get the answer. Okay. Then Kamsari cross purple local is Arka Kiran. Allahabad Safeda cross Kohir is Safeda Jam. And Pant Prabhat cross Arka Kiran is Pusa Arishi. All these are, direct questions. If you have gone through the essence of horticulture, it is easy for you to answer these questions. At least you will have to know Arka Kiran, Arka Amulya, Safeda Jam, all these were important varieties itself. So you will have to study these crosses, especially of the crops I have mentioned earlier also. That is mango, then papaya, guava, etc. Now coming to the next question, question number 19. Given below are two statements. We have to find out the most appropriate answer. The statement 1 is zinc deficiency of apple is commonly called rosette. Okay, this is true, and this is taken from this is clearly mentioned in the Ready Reckoner book, Ready Reckoner for Fruit Science. It's very a good book. It is very informative, and all the points are clearly mentioned. In statement 2, rosette first appears in summer growth, and that's a false statement, and hence third option is the right option. That is, statement 1 is true and statement 2 is false. Coming to the next question. Question number 20. Which of the following is used to find out the central tendency of skew distribution? The answer is median. This is another question from the statistic portion. That is, I have already mentioned one earlier. This is, I think, second question in today's video itself. So yeah, that's it. It's a central. The third option is the right option. Now coming to the next question. Question number 21. The lactiferous canals meant for storage of fluid in mango is called option A core, option B option 1 core, option 2 sacs, option 3 pith, and option 4 is chen. Chen is the answer, and it is a local term for the highly acidic and potentially irritating sap that leaks from the stem end of unripe mango fruit when picked. And these are stored in the lactiferous canals within the fruit and tree that contains compounds like terpenes which can cause itchy rashes. Okay, I think you all have got an experience of this chen. Now, pith, as we all know, pith is a white spongy inner layer of citrus fruits, mostly in case of citrus fruits. Coming to sac, the term juice sacs or juice vesicles are small fluid-filled cavities within the segments of citrus fruit. Now, let's move to the next question. Question number 22. A nearly homozygous line developed by continued inbreeding, usually selfing, accompanied by selection, is known as. This is a definition of inbred line. Okay, inbred line is a nearly homozygous line which is developed by continuous inbreeding. Inbred line is developed by continuous inbreeding, usually selfing and accompanied by the selection. Okay. Now Coming to pure line is a homozygous progeny of a self-pollinated homozygous plant, and it is the development of a new variety through identification and isolation of best single best plant progeny is known as a pure line selection. Okay. Now coming to the next question, question number 23. This is also a question from general agriculture portion. Which short duration basmati rice matures within 115 to 120 days? And the answer is option 1, Pusa Basmati 1509. This is a general agriculture question and there is nothing to explain in that. Let's go to the next question. Question number 24. Arrange the following steps of pure line selection method of self-pollinated flower crops in correct sequence. Yes. First of all, in this type of questions, that is in which we have to arrange in correct sequence, we have to read all the options once. First is statement A. The statement A is selection of plants on the basis of their phenotype. Statement B, conducting preliminary yield trials and rejecting inferior progenies. Selection of best progenies over several locations. Then growing individual plant progenies and a rejection of undesirable progenies. Conducting replicated yield trials in several locations and rejecting inferior progenies. And multiplication of seeds of best progenies. And once I read it, I was damn sure that multiplication occurs at the last of the process. In whichever be an experiment, multiplication occurs in the last. Okay, so F is the last. Once you are damn sure of that, you can finalize the answer. Okay, then we'll have to go and check. Yes, first of all, before starting anything, we have to select. Okay, the selection of plants on the basis of the phenotype is the first one. Then we'll have to, after selection, we'll have to grow the individual plant progenies and we have to reject the undesirable ones. Once we have selected the suitable ones, then we'll have to go for preliminary yield trials, then reject inferior ones, then go for replicated yield trials in several locations, that is in several locations, and reject inferior ones. Then we can go for selection of the best progenies over these several locations. After the selection, we can multiply the seeds of best progenies. Okay, and hence once we arrange it in order, the option 2 is the right answer. Whenever you get a question like this, firstly you have to go through all the statements, then you have to read it again. Once you read it, once you get an idea and you read it twice, you will be able to answer. The next statement is, next question is question number 25. Given below are two statements. Statement 1 is soil pH more than 8 is not suitable for commercial cashew production. That's a true statement. And statement number 2, cashew is a cross-pollinated crop. That is also a true statement. Both these statement 1 and statement 2 are true, and this is a question directly from the essence of horticulture. Now let's see a question number 26. Given below are facts of papaya flowering. Papaya is coming to the flowering of papaya. It is a very complex one and it's important one also. So you can expect questions from the flowering of papaya, and the crop papaya itself is very important. So you will have to revise that crop more than 2 or 3 times for sure. Okay. The first statement is polygamous with various sex forms. In the below we can read that choose the correct answer from the options. Yes, papaya is polygamous. It has various sex forms. It has almost 7 sex forms. Now, the commonly found sex forms are pistillate, staminate, and hermaphrodite. That is also true. These 3 are the major ones. Pistillate is very unstable. That's wrong. Pistillate is a stable type and the sex reversal is also not common. Okay. That statement is not true. Now coming to the statement 4, male flowers are devoid of functional pistil. That is also true. That's why they are called male flowers. Male flowers have proper stamens but they do not have functional pistil. And hence the statement A, B and D are correct, whereas statement C is wrong. The option 1 is right. This is more or less an easy question from the portion of flowering. They could have asked more complicated questions, but this was an easy question from the portion papaya flowering. Okay. Coming to the next question, question number 27. Which vitamin is spinach particularly rich in? I am not sure if spinach is, vitamin K is abundantly rich in spinach. In handbook, they have mentioned that spinach is rich in vitamin A, C, and K. Maybe it is particularly rich, or a vitamin K is mostly seen in maybe spinach. I'm not sure of this, but the answer given is vitamin K. Okay. Now question number 28. Which of the following cultivars belong to the cut standard type of chrysanthemum? This is a question directly from the handbook of horticulture. Direct question. The options are Pusa Centenary, Pusa Centenary, Sadbhavana, Snowball, and Tai Chen Kun. Coming to the handbook, in handbook floriculture portion, chrysanthemum portion, the first page itself, in varieties, 4 sections, that is cut spray type, cut standard type, garland purpose type, and pot mums type are given. Sadbhavana is pot mums type, whereas Pusa Centenary, Snowball, and Tai Chen Kun are cut standard types of chrysanthemum. So next time when you go for exam, you'll have to go through all these different varieties given in the handbook, so that you will be able to answer. Maybe next time it will come as a following question. There is a chance of the same varieties and the headings coming in as the following type. So you'll have to go through this. Next is the as the following question. Yes, in list 1 and list 2, breeding methods and its applications are given. First, we'll have to see which all breeding methods. One is the marker assisted selection, the embryo rescue, somatic hybridization, and recurrent selection. Coming to its applications, first, breeding method used to combine desirable traits from 2 different species where pre-zygotic barrier exists. I was not sure of this. The next one, process of selecting and inbreeding plants over several generations. Yes, over several generations when it happening, it occurs for recurrent selection. Now let's see the third one, technique used to succeed the interspecific crosses. I was not sure of this. Then I'll go for the fourth option, method involving selection based on molecular breeding. Yes, when it comes to molecular breeding, it can be associated with the marker assisted selection. So I've got 2 answers. Or the D will be matching to the second statement in list 2, and A will be matching to the fourth statement in list 2. The next 2, embryo rescue is a technique which is used to succeed the interspecific crosses, and somatic hybridization is a breeding method used to combine desirable traits from 2 different species where pre-zygotic barrier exists, and option 3 is the answer. This all these aspects are used in horticulture, but it can also be a general agriculture or a biotech related question and all. Okay, now let's see the question number 30. Which of the following mechanism promote cross pollination in flower crops? As we all know, the option one is cleistogamy and second one is chasmogamy. Both of these promote self-pollination. The flowers are closed and self-pollination is only promoted in these two. When the flowers, that is closed flowers. Now coming to the third option, the flowers are open but the stamen and stigma are hidden by other floral organs. Then also cross-pollination cannot occur, it promotes self-pollination. Only the fourth option, that is the presence of self-incompatibility. That is, if self-incompatibility is present, the pollen cannot be received or the stigma is not compatible with the pollen of that particular crop or that particular flower, and hence it promote only cross pollination and it cannot promote self pollination. Hence the fourth option is the right one. Okay, so let's stop today's discussion with this. Today we have discussed or covered almost 20 questions. uh, I hope now you have got an idea how you have to analyze these papers, how you have to read the previous question papers, how you have to study the books. uh, Most of these books or most of these questions are directly from the handbook or from the essence of horticulture. The questions till now, the questions we discussed till now. Okay, so if you have any queries of about any of these questions, or if you want any more videos, please do comment below. Please share your opinions in the comment box. If you are new to this channel, please do like, share and subscribe. Also share with your other friends who are preparing for horticulture. You have to discuss and study. It can help you to grow together. So that's all for today. Thank you for listening. See you